is the Friday edition on Flames of Love, and we are very sorry for starting today very late, and it's because of the data issues. The thing will turn, but it wouldn't even allow us to start. But we are grateful and we're excited that we are back here live, and today we are going to look at a very interesting topic. You know, this program is crafted to delve deeper into the secrets to love, patch holes in relationships and marriages. My name is Beatrice Sanaju. We often hear a lot of people saying that long-distance relationships are not meant to work. Many have argued that one of the persons involved don't take the relationship seriously, and the one who truly wanted it remains heartbroken. Is that the case? On Flames of Love today, we are looking at whether long-distance relationships work. My guest is a prophet and a counselor. He is Prophet George Alan Drummond. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So how has your week been? It's been a good week for me. And what about you?
I have had an awesome week. The Lord has been faithful. He's opened doors.
Okay.
And He keeps opening them. Glory to His name. Work has been good.
Okay, we thank God. We thank God for grace. We thank God for His protection and guidance. And we are grateful to God for everything that He has done. Anyway, long distance relationships, that's what we are talking about. Let's go straight to the point. Does it really work?
I have always had the position that whatever works or doesn't work in a relationship or marriage is dependent on the persons involved and their decisions that they make. Nothing works unless you put it to work. Okay. It can't happen that something will start and it just start working. When you start something, you need to put things together to make it work. Without you putting things together, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't happen.
I see. So have people been coming to you with such cases?
A lot of people come, they call, especially those that had been together and maybe because of work, one has to travel to maybe a different region, a different location, or sometimes wanting to seek greener pastures, travels outside the country. And the pain of it is that, especially when it comes to traveling outside the country, the person may not have documents at that time. So they have to wait for a long time before they can even work something out for the other person, the other partner, to join them. Sometimes they are there and they can't come back. But even when they want to come or they decide to come, and they do come, they can't go back because they have not had the right documentations. So it becomes a challenge, and there is always this, I want to see him, I want to see her, and all that.
Okay, so would you say that it's a bad idea engaging in long distance relationships?
I believe that it isn't bad and it isn't good. Depending on the persons. But on the average, I would say that it's better for you to be together in a location than to stay apart.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps a lot. At least you see the person, you know what is going on with the person, and it reduces skepticism.
Okay.
It reduces certain quarrels that might have erupted if the person was to be away.
Okay.
You know, when we are together, you know my shadows, you know what I'm doing exactly. But if you are away, you are most often assuming he might be doing this, she might be doing that, she might be here, she might be this, she might be that, and all of that. I think I've heard a story of a person being in a different location from the partner, and anytime that he calls, he tells the lady that go to the kitchen, put on the blender, let me see if you are in there. Yes, you know. And now the lady also devises a strategy where she's going out, she takes the blender along.
Okay.
So you guys see, put on the blender, then the lady puts on the blender in a friend's house. So we just need to trust the person, and that is it.
Okay, so let's look at communication in long distance. Should we communicate every day?
Every day, yes, because you wouldn't know what is going on with me if you don't talk to me every day. And also, it's not just communicating every day, but having scheduled times, you know, because you must know the person, what the person does, at what time, so that you know when to call. Because if you say that I need to call you, you are my partner, I need to call you at any time, and you decide to call me at any time as you are saying, and by the time you call, I am with maybe my boss, I'm at work, I'm at a place. Let's say maybe your partner is in a different country, didn't really know your schedule, calls you and you are on set. How do you answer that call? You can't answer that call. And if he does not really know your schedules, he might end up saying that, I called you between this time and that time, and you weren't answering your phone. You see? And it might, you might even decide, okay, let me show you the evidence. I was on set. But maybe the way he might put it might even infuriate you and say that, so what? Instead of you even giving the evidence, you might even erupt, and it can turn out to be something that can affect the relationship. So it's good to communicate, but you must know each other's schedule and the times to make these calls. Some of the calls are unnecessary. Some they are just calling at that time to verify if you are really, really at home or you are somewhere else, you are sleeping. They want to really, really be sure. Even when you said I'm going to bed, they will call again to verify if you are sleeping. But if I'm sleeping, how would I answer your call?
Exactly.
You see, if I answer your call, then I'm not sleeping, and you said, but you said you were going to sleep. You know I'm going to sleep when you call. I've answered and you said this. If I had not answered, you said that I have gone out. So that is the challenge with the everyday communication.
So let's look at trust. Trust issues in a long distance relationship. How do you manage this? How can someone entirely trust you in a long distance relationship?
We trust people based on their track record. And aside that, you trust people also by decision. That I have made up my mind that I want to trust you. I don't care what I'm seeing. I have made up my mind to trust you. That is also important. But when there is you are involved in a long distance relationship, you must make it your point to be transparent with each other so that the trust will be there. Because trust is not an easy commodity. It's not a commodity that is easily come by. Therefore, you must build it. You must prove yourself worthy of the person's trust. It wouldn't just happen because you are in a relationship or you are married. No. You can be married to a person and may not fully trust the person. You might be in a relationship with a person and may not fully trust the person. Trust is built, and you must prove yourself trustworthy. So if you said you are sitting here, you are sitting there. You said you are lying here, you are lying there. So that the person will know that, oh, this is my partner. If he or she says this, it means that. He or she is not saying A and meaning B.
Okay.
You understand me? So you must prove yourself to be there. You can't just say that, trust me. Why are you not trusting me?
That's a lot of work.
We cannot just trust you. You must prove yourself trustworthy. Okay, you must prove yourself to be trustworthy. You must prove that you are a person that can be trusted. If I decide to close my eyes and lean on you, you should prove that you wouldn't let me fall. I shouldn't just close my eye and lean on you. You should have a track record of it.
Okay.
Without a track record, we can close our eyes and lean on you. It can happen. So you must prove this both on both sides. You understand me? And some aspect is that some people are too paranoid. You know, even though the person is not proven to be, let's say, unworthy of a trust, they always find an issue when there is no issue. They are saying that, okay, so who is there with you? Oh, my friends came. Who? Oh, my friend Anita and Angela. What? Okay, so there is no guy there. Oh no. Oh, okay. Hey, so there's Anita that she's dating two guys. Are you sure she's not giving you a boyfriend? Oh, I never told you she's doing. Sorry, I'm just saying it. So now that when they go out with their boyfriends and I am not there, how do you feel? Are they not pushing a boy for you? You see, there are some that they will even be putting something in your mind. You might not have even thought of it, but their insecurity is making them create something for you. Some of them, they can even create a situation and fight with you over something that is not happening. An assumption. They'll fight over an assumption. It's just like some people that I spoke to, and the contention was this. This is how we are going to name our children. So our first one, we name the child this. This one said, no, I want this. That's this. And they are in a relationship and not even married. And that has been a battle that then this one brings it. You want to control everything. Why must you control everything? So me too, I can't do this. But I'm the man. So if you are the man, must you name even in the Bible, the women were naming their children. And I'm telling you, this has turned into a parallel. You see, so sometimes even some assumptions, scenarios can bring up quarrels. And don't talk too much when your partner is away. Because when you talk too much, after you have spoken about the most sensible stuff, unnecessary things, past stuff, you begin to bring them. I mean, have conversations, but don't overstretch it. Because if you stretch it too much, by the time you realize, it becomes a problem. I keep telling people this, that this free night call, when free night call came, and that free after one came, a lot of people have had issues with their relationships and marriages. Wow. Because after they finish saying the most important stuff, then they zoom into something else. Because there is a free air time to use. Yeah. So they now talk about things that will bring quarrel, and they will have much time to quarrel because it is free. You understand me? So the moment you talk about the most important things, you laugh and all of these things, hang off. Okay? Go off. And then later come check on the person and all of that. Because they talk about the most important, they go like, hey, so why you don't have anything to tell me? Oh, me, I don't have anything. Hey, nowadays you don't tell me anything. But at first you had things to tell me. But we had met fresh, so there was something to tell you.
A lot of things to talk about.
Yes, but now you know about me, I know about you. Unless something dramatic or something big happens, I have nothing to tell you. You understand me? But because you are not telling me anything nowadays, it's as if you are being secretive. You see? But if it were to be those days where you call, you are checking your time. Hey, I only have 1 minute to talk. How are you? How are things going? I really love you, okay? I'll be sending you some money. But the quarrels are less.
Okay, so let's can long distance relationship be healthier than close proximity relationships?
If the partners involved are matured in their dealings, it can be. But if they aren't, it wouldn't be at all.
Okay.
And also sometimes it makes you yearn for the other. Okay? The desire. I want to have him, I want to have her is there. But sometimes, when a person is living with you or too close to you, people do not respect things that they easily come by. Okay? So that is how come that somebody may be living in the same room with the husband or the wife, the same things that the husband is doing for her or the wife is doing for him. You go out, a lady will do that same thing for him, and you cling on to that lady. Why? Because it's a new person doing that thing. So sometimes, yes, when there is a gap, it helps. It helps. But it is all dependent on the people involved. So somebody may be away, and you may not even feel like the person is away. You have the person all wrapped around you and all of that. And even when you are sleeping, you feel as if the person is with you. Okay? And you can have somebody sleeping by you, and you wish the person had traveled.
So you have your freedom.
You want your freedom. Even the person coming home is like a burden. Sometimes I know people that when the person is walking home, they go like, that's the tigress coming. That's the tiger coming. That's the tigress coming.
They get fed up.
They get fed up with them. So sometimes that space helps, and it even brings respect. Because when there is a gap, it creates some kind of respect. Yeah. So it helps depending on the persons involved. We should check.
So let's look at faithfulness. Can one be faithful? Like, I'm being faithful to my partner, even though my partner is not here. My partner is miles away. I'm in Ghana, my partner is in the US. Can each person's involved in long distance relationship be faithful?
My fear is if your partner likes sex and you have been satisfying the sexual desire. Let's say your wife or your girlfriend likes sex and you are giving it, or your boyfriend likes sex and you are giving it. If they have been getting their desires satisfied and the gap comes, what do you think will be happening? You think because they are faithful, they can stay for that long? Some, it has become a habit. That desire has become a habit with them, and they cannot stay for a period without getting their sexual desires satisfied. So sometimes we need to check how we give out certain things, because if you know that there is a traveling situation around you, or there will be this traveling situation where you may not be going with your partner, then you should be checking how you relate with them sexually and also romantically, other stuff. Because some people may disagree. I'm okay with that. But listen, if you are always giving the sex, okay, the day your partner is not there, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, may be cool. But if he had traveled, and in the case that the scenario I painted earlier, that the person does not have documents, the person is now going to work for some time, find a way, pay and all of that to be able to bring you along, or even get the papers that they may even travel back. You don't even know when they are coming. And you are a person that cannot stay without sex. How would you? You see? So that situation around that one, it's complex. Putting that aside, I always tell people that no one is faithful, no one is unfaithful. Faithfulness is a decision that you make. You make up your mind that I would not go after another person. Because no matter who you marry, no matter who you date, no matter who you be in a relationship with, there is somebody more nicer, more sweeter than the person you are with. The one you are with is not the ultimate. There is somebody better, far, far better than that person. Whether in goodness, in looks, in giving, whatever that it is, even in sex, somebody is better. Finances, somebody is better. But it's a decision that this is the one I am with, and I want to stay with this one. I have taken away my desires for other people, and I've put it into this particular person. It's a decision. But if you want to live as if, nobody's like my man. Hey, you meet somebody, the thing is not even 6 packs, 8 packs. 8 packs with money.
And we having butterflies in the stomach.
The guy looks very, very, very good and has much money than your boyfriend.
Temptation.
Then that is when you and speaks with that much respect. And you're like, hey, how can we have all these in one person? And this person I'm telling you is not a toy. It's a real person. That is not like, oh wow, I thought my kweku is nice, but this one shall live.
Yeah.
You might marry a beauty pageant, winner of a beauty pageant. She's so beautiful. People, wow. Tell your wife here. You go out with her, you see another lady, you tell her and say, wow. You know what I'm saying? So it's a decision. It's a conscious decision. And you must remind yourself constantly that I must stay faithful.
Even not only in long distance relationships.
Yes, even when you are together, it's a decision. And it works even much more when you are with a person. Because most often, you are easily annoyed by the people that you are living with. You see? And the more people annoy you, the more the tendency of your feeling for them going down. So even when the person is living with you, that is when you really, really, really need to make a decision that will not step out. Because some of them are very annoying. As you are living with them, they are so annoying that you wish you could go elsewhere. You are tired with them. You see, so even that is more. That is even the time that you need to make this decision more. But when it comes into the long distance relationship, you say that, listen, I know he's away, I know she's away, I'll miss him, I'll miss her, and all of that. But it's a decision I'm making. A decision I'm making. Yes. And block your ears from people that are going to tell you stuff. I'm not saying don't. You see, only a fool doesn't listen to anyone, and it's only a fool that listens to everyone. Okay? You have to sample. You shouldn't listen to everyone, and you shouldn't block your ears to everyone. You must sample and know what you pick, or else people will bring trouble where there is no trouble. And people may highlight trouble to you, but you might have also blocked your ears. So you must sample and know when, how, and where to say what you want to say.
Okay, thank you so much. And before we go to our next question, I posted our topic for today earlier, and I named it Let's Dialogue. And I have a lot of contributions, people's experiences, and I want to read some of them, then we discuss them, and before I come to my next question. Jack Gagne was saying that one may fake it, but it doesn't work. Why? Love relationships are not meant to be distant. It's better being closer and together. God did not place Adam in the east and Eve in the northern parts. That's hilarious. Okay, then there was a banter from Mr. Maxalasi. Says that while it's hard, yet it does work. It takes more work, I admit. But if the two involved are willing to put in the work, it will work. Yes, it's not meant for everyone, but it can work.
I personally think that staying together, you need more work than staying apart.
Okay.
You see, when you live together, you see the imperfection of the person every day. Every day. Every day you are seeing things that will get you annoyed. You are seeing them. Staying away, the one thing is being sexually promiscuous or being unfaithful sexually. That is the main thing that is the contention. If you take that one aside, I believe that even staying together requires much work than staying apart. Yeah. I mean, the main contention is, well, maybe he or she might be seeing somebody else somewhere, somebody may be entertaining him or her somewhere and all of that. Is the contention. I mean, when you are sleeping and your heart beats or your heart aches, what comes to your mind? Maybe my partner is with somebody, or somebody is with her. You know, that is what really comes to your mind. It's very, very so so small a time when somebody will think that, hey, is my partner in trouble?
Yeah.
You see, very, very small compared to, is my partner with somebody? You see, so with a distance, yeah, the unfaithfulness is the situation. But I don't think that it requires so much work like this one.
Okay, so Belinda Malage says that it's true, Mr. Maxilas. People who can't pass through distant relationship is not a serious kind of person. That people wants only to feed his fantasies in life. It means he is a fake one. There is no shortcuts in life.
I disagree with that because you see, long distance is not meant for everyone. It's not meant for everyone. There are people that they want to see you every day, not even for sex. They are the persons that they hold your hands every day. They want to wrap their hands around you, be putting their head on your shoulder, like all around you. Okay, they are like a pet that loves you.
Okay.
And how they will be sniffing around you, you know. We are all different, and there are those that they don't even want to. They don't like that. They don't want you wrapping around them. They don't even like seeing you every day. There are those that are married and they live in separate rooms. Not because the man is doing some serious business, but there are those that nipa mo from on them and they like that garb. So I think that we are different.
Okay.
Yeah. And if it's not for you, don't go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want to read a couple of them. Miramanya Kwa Abronoma. She said long distance relationships doesn't work at all. The lies, cheating are too much. I have my experiences. So then Shine Sebwa says it doesn't work, but with it doesn't work. But even with short relationships, that one too is a problem. Okay, then Doris said not all the time. Sometimes it does work. And Eriku said long distance relationship does not work because there will be no trust. That is what we spoke about. And George Ivan Asekre says it doesn't work. Tom Loco is far better. Loco. And I asked her which one, Too Sure or Banka? He said Too Sure is far better. Okay, then Fred Kafu Frida Kafu Inyako said is the most difficult one ever, and there is no transparency sometimes. In fact, it's better to be closer and together than being in long distance relationships. Okay, then Happiness Young said it does not work. You, the lady, can be faithful, but you see, that guy, you call him your boyfriend, can never be faithful.
Oh.
There are things that they said the thing, he said the thing can't stay at one place, but he rather moves from one woman to another. It has happened to me, and I'm talking out of experience. Trust me, it can work, especially for guys, but not for ladies. Okay, so I will pause here.
Cheating is not one-sided. There are many married women that cheat, but the society have the mindset or have been programmed to think that it is easier for men to cheat than for women. Most especially when the woman is married. Okay, so most of when you see a married woman, you don't think that she would, but you easily think that a married man would.
Okay.
But trust me, there are a lot of married women that are cheating. And if you want to vomit. Most of them are even cheating with other married men.
Okay.
So a married woman cheating with a married man. I mean, it happens. It happens. A lot of them. Maybe it's because of my work that I encountered. But they are all around us. So when it comes to cheating, it's not only with the males. The females does it as well. Okay,
Trina says, Agbeko says, keep up the good work. Very educative and informative. And I want us to go to our next question. I want to find out what should we consider when entering into a long distance relationship? Are there things we need to consider?
Ask yourself first, am I for this? Am I a long distance person? Okay?
But how would you know whether you are alone?
You know it if you have dated before. There are those that have never dated before. That will be a challenge. That will be your startup point. But even before then, before that one, you ask yourself, how do I feel when my friends are not around me?
Okay.
How do I feel when the person that I really have conversations with, the person that I have time with, how do I feel when they are not with me? You see, jealousy is not only in this love situation. There are those that if they are a friend to you, they don't want you to befriend any other. Okay?
Overly possessive.
Yes. So if you know I have said there are two personalities that you can be truthful to. That is yourself and your God. So be truthful to yourself. That am I a person that do not want to share with people?
Okay.
When I'm talking about sharing, I'm not talking about money or no. But when you are my friend, you know there are those that maybe you are my friend, close friend, and I hear something about you from somebody else. So why didn't she tell me and she told this person?
Yeah.
You know, then you know that you are a person that is possessive.
Yeah.
You want to have the person to yourself. And if you want to have people to yourself, then don't try long distance. Because with long distance, you don't have control. And if you're a person that cannot wait before you share a news, then don't start with long distance. Because there are those that the moment they see something, hey baby, come and see what is going on. Wow, do you know that this is baby? Sometimes even the time zone.
Yeah, it's not favorable.
Yeah, you are in your morning, he's in his midnight or something, or you are in your afternoon, he's in his midnight. You are in your midnight, he's in his morning at work and all of that. So you should know for yourself that Charlie, as for me, this thing will help me. Then you don't try at all. But there are those that they are okay, especially those that are busy. They don't care. I mean, we can talk, we are unoccupied. But when a person is less occupied, then a long distance relationship will not be good for a person. Because if you are less occupied, you will feel bored. There are those that they watch movies, they listen to music, they are okay. But there are others that they need people to be there.
So that means that those people, their love language is affection.
They need you
words of affirmation and the rest.
And all of that. And when the person is not around you, it becomes a problem. So you must know yourself before you even give it a chance. You shouldn't be a person that, especially the person is in Abrochi, the person is in abroad, and they have been connected, knowing very well that you are not good for this.
Okay.
And you go like, oh well, there's an opportunity. Well, he's good looking, she's good looking, blah 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 blah. You jump into it, and now it becomes a problem for you.
Okay.
You want to hear from the person at will. But you are my boyfriend. Why should I wait for them? I should call you at any time. Or maybe, okay, you have scheduled somebody else to be at that time. That is why you are saying this. What you are saying is not making sense to me, and all of that. If you have had, if you have had an experience with a cheating partner before, don't venture into long distance, because you'll be interpreting all the actions of that said person through the lens of what had happened to you before. So whatever they tell you, you see it like what happened before. When they tell you something, you hear it in that tone, everything. So if you have been cheated upon before, it's not good to venture into a long distance relationship.
Okay, so now let's see, how do we maintain long distance relationship? Like, what are the things we should do to maintain long distance relationship?
Let the person be your conconsa partner. Somebody that you can have conversations with, laugh about things. The person is a person that you don't really need to have something very, very, very serious to talk about before you talk. You see, somebody that you can chat, you can talk about stuff. Okay? Earlier I said that when you talk about serious stuff, you need to go off so that you don't bring quarrels. That is when the person is not a friend to you. Because there are people who are in a relationship but they are not friends. There are people who are married but they are not friends. If the person is a friend to you, you can have that long conversation with the person without getting tired. But if the person is not a friend to you, then it will be on important basis. This is important, this is not important. and so I don't need to tell him, I need to tell him. Okay? But if you know the person well, you have built that friendship with the person, then you can have a good relationship, you can tease each other, you can talk about stuff, and you'll be happy. You understand me? And also, glory to the Lord, there is a tool that is an edged sword tool. That's a video call. Now the video call can bring trouble, and it can also be good. I mean, at least you can see each other, you can talk about stuff, and hey, it seems like something scratched me. Let me see. You can
put the phone
you
there,
see, these things can happen. But the problem is that video call, okay, now because they want to be sure of where you are, now they will not be calling on for a normal phone call, but they'll be calling on video calls. Every time video call. And when you don't answer, you go like, why are you not answering the video call? So where I am, how can I answer a video call in my office? Then answer, you can put it and let me just see that there is you are in the office. Then the person is telling you, I don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
You understand me? But we can use the video call to build on stuff, talk. But it is dangerous. It is dangerous to also use the video call for sexual stuff. Okay. That is when maybe, okay, hey, you're looking nice, so because the person is your partner, whether your husband or your wife, maybe you get on a video call without a bra, maybe a nightie or something with your cleavage showing, maybe pointed or not pointed breast and all of that. And don't be worried if your breast is not how do we call that one? Standing or whatever. It doesn't matter. Don't worry yourself with these things, because there are types of breasts. There are some kids who have never had sex or never been smooth before, but their breast is sagging. There are types of breasts and how they form. Alright? Okay. So what I'm saying is this. When you show these things, the person gets an erection. Okay? And the person begins to talk to you about these things. Oh, okay, you know what? Take a picture, let me see. Okay, go down, let me see. Oh, it's nice. I wish I were there. What you are doing, you are putting something in the mind of the person.
Okay.
Two things possible to happen. Him seeing somebody else and wanting to release that accumulated feeling, or entering into a bathroom, getting soap to masturbate, or even there are partners that do masturbation via video. You are watching, and this can cause you trouble. But when the person gets to have the real person, it will be a problem for you. They might see somebody else and want to do it real than to do this by the video. Yeah. So the video can help you see each other and all of that. You miss holding the person, but at least you see the person's face and all. You can build on it. But when it turns to the other side, it can be problematic.
You see, with the video nowadays, you hear a lot of people talking about the fact that someone has leaked a video of the partner because they are no more. So then, why should we? Are we supposed to even have sexual intercourse via the internet? Just because your partner is not with you and your partner is miles away with you, isn't that an advisable thing to do?
Well, I will not advise anyone to do it, not one person, because we are in an era where even keeping a naked picture on your phone, I don't advise, because you may not even send it to someone, or your phone may not be spoiled for a repairer, what, but your phone can be hacked. When it's hacked, and these things are seen, it's going to be a problem. And also when you do this video stuff, it's going to cause a problem, because there is on-screen recorder, not only with people with iPhone. There is an app that can aid you record whatever that is going on your phone. So the person may be on a video call with you, maybe recording what is happening, but you don't know. No. You don't know. And when I am recording you, you would come bigger. Let's say I'm having a video call with you. You would come bigger and I'll come small this way. I can even take myself off it and have you fully on it. Now, when I screen record, that is it. And even if I decide to leave myself there, I can put an emoji there to cover my face. And there you are. So you trust your partner. I'm not saying you don't trust, or you trust your partner, but nipa ti mu yesu.
Yeah.
So just avoid them. Yes, just avoid those stuff. Just avoid them.
So
send me a naked picture. I miss you. I want to touch the thing. I want to those stuff. Just avoid them.
Okay, so we have to avoid. Now let's look at the success rate in percentage. Long distance relationship. What is the success rate?
I've had many people talk about it's not working at all. A lot of people are speaking about it. So if we are going to go about it, I mean, I've seen many writers write about it's not working. I've heard many people talk about it, certain percentages given. Some say 60, 40, 50, 50, blah, 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 blah. I go with the 50-50 because some even say it's only 10% of it that works.
Okay.
All right, but I go with the 50-50 because sometimes I'm even tempted. I'm even sometimes tempted to say that it is 60-40, that the long distance works even better than when you are together. Because I have always said that when you are together, you see a lot of stuff that can easily put you off. That is it. A lot of stuff that puts you off. Even the other side of the 40 that I'm talking about is when your partner sees something that puts them off in a long distance relationship, it is much easier for them to walk away than when they are with you together at the place. And that is the other side of the coin. But I strongly believe that the whole scenario is dependent on the persons involved and how they play it out. How they play it out. Some want to have the relationship be like they are still together. They have not known the line between this being a distant relationship and we being together, you, me, or me seeing any other time, or I mean when I want to see her every weekend and all those stuff. People have not learned to know that. They want it to be the same, and it can't be. It can't be.
All right, so I want to read a couple of the messages, then we go back to the questions again. So now, Daniela Kufu said that, in my humble opinion, it only works if both partners knows how to handle themselves. You see, the fact is that an inexperienced gentleman or lady will make a mess, whether close to you or far from you. I've witnessed lots of instances where guys sleep with the friends of their fiancé. All right, is the mind, I believe. So not just the distance. For instance, a very busy lady wouldn't see distance as an issue because even she got very little time to spend with a man, you know. And Shiva Salem Ahmed is a very long one. He said, Richardson and Joel, it's kind of a problem, but I believe in one principle. If both of you are determined and believe in your goals and visions with each other, then you can thrive. One key aspect of relationship is communication, and if it fails, then what relationship is? Then that relationship is a brute. Okay, let me take it from here. In a relationship, you need to make a friend in your partner in order for that friend to graduate into becoming your soulmate. If you both fail to do so, then that long distance or short distance relationship cannot stand. I always say this: if you want to thrive better in relationship, make your partner your best friend or bestie, provided he or she can be trusted. Also, at most times, we tend to go for other motives while ignoring the essential parts of what is supposed to be the foundation of the relationship. I believe in this philosophy. Know who you are with in terms of behavior, thoughts, and even how they react, else you have failed. So in fact, as humans, we all have an act, and most people in the relationship tend to become blind, which is an insult. The Bible says, dwell with them according to their knowledge. Don't look for the gains, stature, or just sex, even though sex is very unified. That's a long one. That's from Mr. Salem. And Lucy Ofoyua says, it works, but it depends on the two people involved. Then Oyiba Edu says, Ajoa, it doesn't work. Okay, the person knows it. Okay, it doesn't work at all. One may stick to this relationship just because either the man or the woman will be helping in other ways, sexually, financial problems. If the man is there, okay, what he's trying to say is that if the man is wealthy, then the person will be committed. But if the man is, or the woman is not wealthy, there will be some issues of trust and all that. Okay, so now Nana Kosia says it is working for me because of more communication. We do everything together. And Mr. Mate Gabi said, I think it's the best. The love is always fresh when you see each other. The love is always anew. The conversation type sees locking of horns now and then. Okay, then my last contribution from Don Cole Regina. He said it works and it can work. It's all about their truth, faithfulness, and their characters. And for that matter, you should visit yourselves one time. Maybe the guy is your choice and the girl too is your choice. It can work. It's all about understanding. So these are the comments.
Well, I agree with some of them. I disagree with some of them partially and all of that. There's the long one about treating the person based on their knowledge and all of these things. Trust me, it's not easy to live with people. It's not easy to understand people.
Okay.
But if we make a decision to follow up bit by bit, to know them, we would know them. And when we get to know them, we will love them. The more you know people, the more you love them. Because as you know them, you understand them. And you know where they are coming from regarding every situation. So you know how to handle them, even when they are away from you. There are people that they are so connected that they'll just be there and feel like, I don't think my baby is okay wherever he or she is. They are so connected with him that they pick up the phone and truly their baby may not be okay. So it's dependent on the persons involved, as one of them said, or two of them said. It's dependent on the persons involved. The persons involved must make it work. It is not automatic.
Okay.
Apples don't grow unless they are planted.
Okay. So let's look at what are some of the cheating signs in long distance relationship?
Cheating signs.
Yeah. Because in the close relationships, we know that there are signs that we should look at for. In long distance relationships, do we have cheating signs? What are some of the things that will make you know that my partner is doing something, suspicious acts?
When they start calling you by somebody else's name.
Does that happen?
It happens. It happens. Even sometimes, but sometimes it's not even cheating because I may be spending time with you today, and I'm calling you by your name. There are those that refer to you without mentioning a name. There are those that before they talk to you, they say that, oh, Beatrice, you know that. Hey, Beatrice, you know this. Before they talk to you, they mention
your name.
By the time they leave and go to their house, they'll be mentioning somebody else's name and your name will come up. It may not mean that they are involved with you, you see. So normally I do not want us to have something that we will say that this is a reason why we can say, or this is something that we can say that is an act of cheating or something. Because somebody may be saying something, doing something, but truthfully, the person may not be cheating. Okay. The person may have friends come over, whether male or female friends, and there will be nothing sexual, there will be nothing cheating about it. You see? But it's not easy to accept that you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and the opposite sex visit them and they say they are just friends. Especially when you are not around, you will not feel okay. But you may have a sign that you think is a sign of cheating, but it may not even be it. So I don't know. I do not want to put out something and the person sees it in the partner and say that, oh, okay, oh, yeah, prophet said it. Yeah, they're my partner. Meanwhile, they may not be cheating. So I would not put out something.
Okay, so let's look at how to.
But definitely there is a way.
Okay.
There is a way that every person when your partner is cheating on you, you feel it on the inside of you. Yeah, everywhere. I don't know the formula to it, but there is something about it. You feel it within you. You may be brushing it off, but within you know. And when the thing happens, you will attest to it that I felt it too, but I didn't think that for him. Yeah, I really felt it. Everyone that has been cheated on, you can say that I never thought you could do that. I never. But when they sit down, you say that I saw the signs, so but so everyone, you will know it.
Okay, let's look at spicing long distance relationship. What are some of the things we can do to spice up a relationship that is we are not close? My partner is in Thailand. I am in Ghana. What are some of the things that we can do to spice our relationship?
Okay, this is it. When your partner is away, know their shadows. When you get to know their shadows, you can know how to spend time with them via the phone or via phone call or via video call to talk about stuff, to even play internet games. There are games that you can play through the internet together. Okay, there are even this PS, PlayStation and all what we call these other games, either Nintendo or Xbox and all these things. You can be here and you have your headsets on the person, you are playing via the internet, so you are having a conversation, you are playing a game together. It doesn't matter the kind of game. So there is a connection, there is something that some fun that you are having together. Okay, so you must create some. Maybe you don't like gaming, but hey, you must learn to have something going.
Okay.
You get me? So there are even Candy Crush or whatever that is a challenge between you and your partner. There are games that you can play online because this technology thing is a double-edged sword. It can kill you or it can make you. Make you. All right. So do something with your partner. The challenging effect is when your time zone is very, very, very contrary. So apart that by the time he needs to be sleeping, you are now waking up, or you are also in the middle of your work, your working day. So it becomes very challenging to do certain things together. But if not so, you can work things out, and maybe sometimes you need to sacrifice part of your sleep. Where there is a will, there is a way.
Okay, so what shouldn't you not do in a long distance relationship?
Long distance relationship, make sure that you don't tell your partner everything. I know people disagree with me, no problem, but don't tell them everything, because there are times that you think you are sharing an information with them, but that information is rather going to bring a problem. So before you tell them something, think about it, because they are not with you, so they will only give interpretation to what you tell them. But if they are with you, they can look at it on the face, or they can assess it themselves.
Okay.
But this you are telling them, so they are now going to make their analysis in their minds per the movies they have watched, stories they have been told, and their past experiences. So sample whatever you have in the day and classify them, choose what to share and what not to share. You cannot just say everything, because if you do that, you will invite trouble where there is no trouble. Oh, and my lady friend even came to see me. Which lady friend? Oh, this is it. I don't know her. Oh, but I've told you about her that this is. I don't remember. Oh, are you serious? But I've told you about this, my friend. I've been talking to you. Look, it is starting a quarrel. The issue is not you telling him or he telling you. The issue is the fact that an opposite sex came to visit you in his or her absence. You see, so there are some things that you just keep them. That's all. There are some, depending on your partner, because there are some partners they don't care. Some, they are too sensitive. They can easily be hurt. Therefore, you just
let it go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will read my
There
last.
are some of them that You can't. I mean, you can't. Their call cannot even be on waiting. The moment they call you, the call is on waiting. Trouble. They will never think that it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, or
even your boss.
Your boss. They will never think it that way. They will not think about it that way. The first thing is another guy, another lady. So that is the issue. Yeah.
Okay. So Dennis Kwame Mensah says it works if you know what both of you want to achieve, but mostly depends on trust, and that does not come easy. And Malam na says not always trouble. Okay. Queen B, it works if you both trust, love yourselves, and then understand each other. I'm in one, and we are good together.
So trust, love, understanding.
Understanding, yes. Nanekia
these are big things to come by.
Yes.
To trust, to love, and understand. These are very, very uncommon amenities.
So we can't entirely have a long distance relationship that there will be absolute trust, love, understanding.
That is a picture of a perfect marriage.
And we don't have a perfect marriage.
I don't think there is a perfect marriage. To some extent, yes, but perfect, no.
It will be difficult.
No. You see, you are humans, and it's not every time we change. You see, how I am today, you have known me to be this way, but I would even change. I don't even know myself tomorrow. So I would change. So that perfect thing doesn't happen. So even when you're in a marriage or a relationship, you realize that the love goes like this, comes like this, the understanding goes like this, comes like that, the trust goes like this, comes like that. Because you trust the person. The moment you get to know the person, you begin to trust the person. Then now the person shows a new character. Then your trust go dips.
Yeah.
Then you come to know the person with this new character for some period. So okay, now your trust is with this person. Then there's another one. So we keep changing as people. We are not stationary.
Yeah.
We are not static. We change. Okay. So I mean, when the period of love, trust, understanding comes, that's the time that you are really in your honeymoon. You are really, really in your beautiful zone, most beautiful zone.
Okay.
Yeah, but as humans, I mean, something will come and you go.
The love will be truncated.
You go down small in one of them, either in the trust. You may not trust the person, but you may love them. Trust and love are not hand in hand. No, you can love somebody without trusting them. You can really trust somebody, but you don't love them. Okay. So you can love a person, but you don't trust them. It happens. A lot of people are in love, but they don't trust their partner. So there are a lot of people are in love and they don't understand their partners. So love, trust, understand, they are all built separately.
Okay.
It's not an automatic thing that the fact that I love you and I trust you and I understand you. No.
Okay, so are there red flags that we should check when the long distance relationship is failing or falling apart? Are there some red flags we should put in mind?
When your partner does not yearn for you as they used to. When they don't hear from you in a day, they don't care. They don't care because they are not even showing their hunger to have you. You don't see the desire. And it gets to a point where when they call you, you feel that the conversation, everything is dry. It's like you have nothing to even talk about. Even though a lot of things are happening in both of your days, the connection is as if it's out of coverage area. So you begin to see that this thing is dipping. There is something wrong somewhere. You can just feel that there is at first, even though the person is staying somewhere else, physically there is a distance, but you can feel the closeness in your heart. But it gets to a point where you realize that no, this person is far from me. A person who doesn't understand what you're saying will say that, but this person has always been far. They tell you, no, they've always been physically far away, but I can really feel now that the person is away, there is void, the person is far from me, then you can begin to think that, wow, there is something really happening and I need to sit up and check what is going on.
Okay, so it's long distance.
And maybe sometimes this person has told you that, oh, me, I don't allow friends to come and blah, 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 blah. And they call you one day, you are hearing somebody's voice at the background in their room. I mean, sometimes also you hear a person's voice or somebody or a sound in the room. And you go like, okay, this person lives alone. And this sound at this time
is an odd time.
So, yeah, these things happen. Or maybe the person doesn't have a dog. The person is talking to you, you are hearing something, some dog barking, and it's inside the room. And you're like, okay, you don't have a dog. So how come a dog is barking inside your room? That means you are not in your house, you know.
What if the person is
just bought a dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then share that news with me. I shouldn't hear the barking of the dog to ask you. You should share it with me. I got a dog. Because I mean, when you love people, when you really love people, you want to share things with them.
Okay.
You want to have, when something new happens, you want to share with them. Something new has happened, you want to share with them. But when you are reluctant to share, then you don't really trust them or love them. Because if you trust them, you will share. If you love them, you want to have conversations with them. I'm not saying that when you love them, you always want to have conversation. But most often when you trust them, you want to share. That is the most important.
Okay, so my last but one question before we go is long distance relationship. Is it worth it? Is it worth the try? Is it worth the stress?
It's worth it if you are up for it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there are those that is working perfectly for them. They are so okay. Everything is on point. It's so good for them. They are very happy. They are very happy. Now they've discovered themselves more. They've gotten to know. You know, sometimes when you are too close, you are clouded in the certain behaviors of the person, and sometimes your feeling and all of that. And when there is a gap, you see the person differently. You understand the person differently and all of that. So it also helps. But if you're not for it, don't try it. Yeah. If you're not for it, don't try it. Sometimes it just come along the way where you are not decided to do it. But hey, your partner had a job or had a chance to travel, looking at your circumstance, if this person goes to do this, it's going to help you guys, especially financially. Or maybe the guy is looking for promotion at work. Maybe you are in Accra and they said, okay, for you to be promoted to a managerial position, there is a gap or there is a space in, let's say, Cape Coast, Kumasi, North. If you want to climb up, then that is where the space is. If you don't want it, then you are going to be where you are. Okay. Sometimes you look at the money that is coming with and the position that you are coming with, it comes and all of that. You look at it and you say, you know what, baby, you gotta go. You gotta go because of the money, because of the position. Because we are all wanting to rise. If we are going to wait till the position comes where we are, we will not be able to. So a lot of things happen before we do this. Sometimes, most often, it's okay.
Okay, so can people who are in long distance relationship after a while and now they are back, can they have a successful relationship when they are close and when they finally marry and they are together? Does it really work?
That is a big problem.
How do you dissolve into this whole togetherness and living together? Because we have been dating for years and you were somewhere and I was also somewhere. Now we are together. Does it really work? And what are some of the challenges?
It's a big problem. That is a very, very big problem. Because sometimes you have seen their pictures, you have seen them even on video and all of that. But you get to see them face to face and you realize that the camera was not giving you a true picture.
True picture of the person.
And also, you might not have been face to face with the person and irritated the person in a particular way. The person might not have heard you snoring. The person might not have seen you squeezing your face in a particular way when he speaks to you and you don't like. Maybe when he speaks to you and you don't like, you turn off your face and you do some stuff, some gestures. Now he's with you so you can see it. So these things, the person sees them, and the person might be put off. The person might even say that, well, you have changed. You haven't changed. That is how you've been. That because he was apart, because he was far from you, or she was far from you, you couldn't have the privilege to see these things. So it is not an easy thing at all. Especially when you had a perfect relationship with a distance one.
Okay.
And now here it comes. Okay, and even the sex part, how they look, everything. So like, I thought it was good, but it isn't good. I thought she's going to be this, or he's going to be this, and he's going to be that, and no, it's not that way. But I tell everyone this. Wrap that perfect image of a husband and a wife in a wrapper and put it in a dustbin. You will not have a perfect husband or a perfect wife. Everyone you meet is an imperfect person coming with some level of imperfection. The woman is a padlock, the man is a key. A padlock, a locked padlock without a key is useless. A key without a lock is useless. The two need to come together. But even when you get to your house and you are inserting your key into your lock, it doesn't just go. I mean, there is a way. Most often, even when you have a car, you find out that you have scratched around there where you open your door because you know trying to insert your key. I mean, even with your door, when you are trying to insert your key, it's not easy closing your eyes and just no. Okay, so this is it. Understand that a man was created with one rib removed. Okay, created full ribs, one was removed, and the moment the one was removed, he became imperfect. A woman was created out of the rib, and the woman is also incomplete. All right. So when that woman is brought and fixed there, then we become complete. But remember that that person might have found other ribs which were either longer, shorter, thinner, or thicker and couldn't fit. And because it couldn't fit, the person might have learnt certain things or might have built resistance towards certain things. Okay, so come to a point of understanding that my partner will not just be that sweet person at once. We are going to have some challenges putting the rib there, or if I am the rib, I'm going to have some challenges fixing myself perfectly there. It's going to take some time. Take that wonderful person, he's sweet, I'm sleeping in his arms. No, it's going to take time before that thing really happens. It's going to take time. It's like this. In the beginning, that sweet thing happens. It goes off. Then the real deal happens. And when that real deal, the fixing point, when you are able to fix it proper, then you get to enjoy more. So enjoy challenges, then enjoyment. But when you get to enjoy the challenges and you don't fix it, then it will be challenges throughout. In the beginning, sweet. You don't care whether it is fixed well or not. So long as you have a rib, you are happy. But when that happiness, laughter, and all of that ends, the next thing is the challenge. And that challenge comes so that you'll be able to raise him to be a person that you like, and he raise you to become the person that he likes. So in that period, if you are not able to raise yourselves up, if you are not able to build yourself up in a way for him to be the one you want and for you to be the one he wants, then that problem will persist. But if you are able to build each other up, you jump from the challenge into another sweetness. So it is sweetness, challenge. Yes. But if you are not able to deal with the challenge. There's going to be sweetness, challenge.
Okay, so final word for the long distance relationship. What should we do?
Okay, if you're in a long distance relationship and you don't trust the person, quit. Because without trust, it won't work. There is no way it's going to work if you don't trust the person. It can happen. So if you don't trust the person, stop being with the person. Move away. You need to trust the person. And also, find something fun doing together. Something that is beautiful that you can do together. And stop reading meanings into stuff. You said this, so this means that you are the most analytical person in the world. No, it's not going to work out. It's not going to happen. So trust. Without trust, you can love the person to the moon and beyond, but the relationship will not work. So when it comes to long distance relationship, you need to trust the person. Trusting is the most important in long distance relationship. Not love, trust.
Okay, so we've heard it all. The long distance relationship can work. We are not saying it won't work. It can work. But you need to put in a lot of work. You need to put in a lot of activities. I mean, get some music that you love. You can equally sing together. You can talk, adjust your times. And it needs a lot of sacrifices because maybe my partner is 8 hours earlier than my time. So you need to, prepare your mind, prepare yourself, psych yourself, because if you are not psyched up, you will be drained. You will be very drained. You will be very drained. We thank you so much for joining us. It's been an hour of discussing love in long distance relationship, whether it works or not. And we thank you for the Let's Dialogue session. We thank you for your comments. It really made the program a very big and lovely one. We thank you all for everything that you have done, but we can't go without acknowledging some persons that contributed to the success of this program. And my makeup and my hair was by Grace Nash Beauty Clinic, and she's inside Dansuman Agege. You can contact her for your weddings, for your dinner, for your naming ceremony, engagement, everything that you need hair for and makeup for. She's there to assist. And you can contact her on 0242 03 609395 0242 03 6095. And my producer, I can't thank you enough. You have been so awesome. I thank you, Richie Tavia. He has been very, very helpful in this program, making this program a success. I thank you, Karen, and I thank you, Achu. I thank you, Mr. Desmond, and I thank you, the viewer. Without you, there is no Flames of Love. We thank you for your spending time with us and spending your data to enjoy the wisdom that we have to ensure that we flame up our love and flame up our relationships, and we flame up the love that exists in our marriages. I thank you so much. Do join us for an exciting edition on Sunday at 4 p.m. right here on Facebook with me, Beatrice Senaju. It will be a mega and it will be a wonderful session. Don't miss it. Don't miss out on it. I thank you so much, and I thank you all. I pray to my Ewe friends and Maune Iranye and Maune John Yukla in my Krobo, and to my Adam people, and to my Hausa friends and my followers. Aleba Lada. God bless you all so much for watching. I thank you. Until then, enjoy your weekend. Have a blessed weekend. Bye bye.